Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about the astrology for the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius happening on 4th December 2021. So let's get started. Now, what is a new moon? A new moon is essentially when the sun and the moon conjunct, they meet up, and this begins a new lunar cycle. New energy comes into our life that we work on for the next 28-30 days. And an eclipse is when this new moon happens close to the lunar nodes, the north node or the south node. And in this case, this new moon in Sagittarius is happening next to the south node, which is in Sagittarius. And what is an eclipse? An eclipse is essentially a karmic event. It's a fated event. It's a destined event. So this is a new moon solar eclipse, which means it is a new beginning. It is a new energy coming into our lives that is karmic, that is fated, and that is destined. So that's what an eclipse is. Now, this eclipse is happening in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign about hope and optimism and joy and adventure, wisdom, knowledge. All these things are Sagittarius. But most importantly, for the sake of this video, Sagittarius is the most optimistic sign. It's the most hopeful sign, which makes this beginning a hopeful one, an optimistic one. And this new moon solar eclipse is happening at 12 degrees of Sagittarius. So look for your chart for 12 degrees of Sagittarius. That is where this new karmic fated beginning, this new karmic energy will come into your lives, that area of your life. I will also mention which area that might be depending on your sun and rising sign towards the end of the video. Okay, so that's the basic overview of what an eclipse is and what's happening with this eclipse in Sagittarius. Now I will mention the aspects that are going on, and these aspects will basically give us an idea of how this eclipse energy might impact us. So the first thing that I want to mention is that this eclipse is conjunct Mercury, which means that we can change up, transform, begin something, end something when it comes to Mercury things, our thinking, our communication, our social media, our lifestyle, our day-to-day, our routine, our health, our job. So that's the first thing, that there can be a beginning in any one of these areas. Perhaps we start a new way of thinking, or perhaps we start a new communication, or we start a new habit. Something like this can happen with this eclipse. The second thing is that we can expect to have sudden, unexpected changes, or rather sudden, unexpected beginnings that will align us more with our true authentic self. And that's because this new moon energy, new moon solar eclipse energy, is in a quincunx with Uranus. So that's the second thing about this eclipse. The third thing is that it can have a healing impact. This eclipse is trining Chiron, the planet of our wounds, but also the planet that heals us. So this new beginning, this new energy can have a profound healing impact on us. The fourth is that it will probably be an important step in the work that we have been doing all year, connected to the Saturn-Uranus square, which is about embracing the new, getting rid of the old, and embracing our true authentic self. So we've been doing that work all of this year, and we will continue to do that work all of next year as well. But this is an important step in that process of embracing the new and getting rid of the old. And what that could mean is that new energy comes into our life that helps us embrace the new more and get rid of the old more. So it's an important step in that direction. And I say this because Saturn and Uranus are building up to their final square that will happen on December 24th. And we will feel the intensity on this eclipse because Saturn on this eclipse day is at 9 degrees and 14 minutes and Uranus is at 11 degrees 38 minutes, which means they are very close to coming exact. So we'll feel the Saturn-Uranus square energy play out on this eclipse. The next thing about this eclipse is that it can give us immense drive and initiative to take action and transform, and that is because Mars and Pluto are in a 60-degree angle sextile, a positive aspect on this eclipse. The next important thing is that this eclipse will be the beginning of the transformation to our Venus-related things. What are those things? Those things are our relationships, our projects, our legal issues, how we feel about ourselves, our self-worth, what we value, our resources. All these things, some of these things, one of these things will begin to transform with this new energy, with this new beginning starting on December 4th. And that's because Venus is almost conjunct Pluto on this eclipse. Venus is at 22 degrees of Capricorn on this eclipse and Pluto is at 25 degrees. They're very close. So it will begin that process of transformation. But the transformation to the things that I mentioned, the Venus-related things, might take some time to come about. And that is because Venus will retrograde in Capricorn, covering 22 degrees as it retrogrades back and forth. So we will review these things, we will review the transformation that we will begin on this new moon, on this solar eclipse. So that's the last thing that I wanted to mention. So in a nutshell, I would say that this is a new karmic beginning that is hopeful and optimistic. It can lead to changes or beginnings in our thinking, communication, habits, lifestyle, routine, health, or job. This karmic beginning can come about in unexpected ways. It will help us align more with our uniqueness and with our true authentic self. It is an important step in that direction. It will also give us the drive to transform, change, and take action, and we will also be able to assess the transformation we need to make to our self-worth, to how we feel about ourselves, to our relationships, projects, finances, resources, which will take some time to complete itself. So that is the new moon solar energy. Put very simply, I thought it's better if I give you the highlights and what everything means in a concise manner rather than go over the chart and explain it in that way. And now, very briefly, I will mention where this new moon solar eclipse will take place depending on your sun rising sign. I would recommend watching your rising sign first and then your sun sign. And I will also mention that this is a ballpark. Take these with a pinch of salt. A lot depends on your personal chart. If you have planets there, that changes up things. If you have some big houses, small houses, that changes up things. So just take this as a guideline. Don't take this as a definitive. So Aries, this new energy is coming into your 9th house of higher education, wisdom, knowledge, foreign travel. So any one of these things might be impacted by this new energy with this new beginning. It could also be connected to something in your beliefs, your belief system. Now Taurus, this new beginning, this new energy is happening in your 8th house of the hidden, of transformation, of endings and beginnings, of catharsis and healing, of the occult. So you could be beginning something in any one of these areas. New energy might be coming into any one of these areas for you. It could be a healing that you go through, or it could be that you become interested in the occult, or it could be that you get into an intimate relationship. 8th house is also intimacy. So that's what it is for you. Now, Gemini, this is happening in your 7th house. 7th house is a very important house in astrology. It's the house that tells us about our legal relationships, our marriage, our legal issues, our business partnerships. So new energy might be coming into these areas for you, Gemini. Maybe something connected to your marriage, maybe a business partner, maybe a legal issue that you've been working on. That's for you, Gemini. Now, Cancer, this new moon solar eclipse is happening in your 6th house of health, job, lifestyle, routine, and habits. So new energy is coming into that area of your life. Maybe you start a new job. Maybe you change up the way you do your job. Maybe you start a new habit. Maybe you start a new routine. Any one of these things for you, Cancer. Now, Leo, this is happening in your 5th house of love, creativity, romance, children, hobbies, fun, and pleasure. So maybe you start a new romantic relationship, or maybe you start a new hobby or a new creative project. Any one of these things for you, Leo. Now, Virgo, this is happening in your 4th house. So this is a new energy, a new beginning connected to your home, connected to how you take care of yourself, connected to your emotions, your deep, deep emotions. Maybe you start a new emotional way of being. Maybe you start something new connected to how you nourish yourself. Any one of these things. Now, Libra, this is happening in your 3rd house of your siblings, of your immediate environment, and your communication and thinking. So Libra, maybe you start a new way of thinking. Maybe you communicate in a different way from now on. Maybe something connected to your siblings or immediate environment goes through a change. So any one of these things could be happening for you. Now, Scorpio, this is happening in your 2nd house of finances, self-worth, values, and skills. So any one of these areas could be impacted by the new energy coming in. It could be something connected to how you feel about yourselves or your finances or what you value or your resources. Now, Sagittarius, this is an important one for you. It's happening in your sign, in your 1st house, which means this beginning, this new energy is all about you. It's about your identity. It's about how the world sees you. It's about how you present yourself to the world. It could also be something connected to your appearances or leadership skills. But this new beginning, this new energy is very important for you, Sag. Now, moving on to Capricorn. This energy is happening in your 12th house. The new moon solar eclipse is happening in your 12th house, Capricorn. And the 12th house is the house of spirituality. It's the house of endings, ending the past in our subconscious. It's also the house of spiritual practices, drugs, addictions, delusions, and depression as well. So Capricorn, any one of these things could be changing up for you. Maybe you adopt a new spiritual practice. Maybe you close out the past for good in your subconscious mind. Maybe something connected to drugs, delusions, addictions, depression changes up for you. Now, Aquarius, this beginning is happening in your 11th house. 11th house is the house of your unique self, your true authentic self. It's also your desires, your gains, your goals. All these things are the 11th house. Also your social circle, not your close friends, but the groups that you belong to. So Aquarius, you could be having a new beginning in any one of these things. Now, Pisces, this new energy, this new beginning is happening in your 10th house of business and career. So new energy is coming into that area for you. Maybe you start a new way of working. Maybe you start a new business. Maybe you start a new something connected to your old business. I don't know, but this energy is in your 10th house of business and career, Pisces. So that's where the energy might be for your sun and rising sign. Again, take these with a pinch of salt. The best thing to do would be to look at 12 degrees of Sagittarius in your chart and that's where this energy will take place for you. Before getting into the card reading, I do want to mention one more thing, that we are coming into this new moon solar eclipse energy on December 4th after a lot of releasing. The new moon in Scorpio on 4th of November was all about transformation, a healing transformation, and the full moon lunar eclipse on November 19th in Taurus was all about letting go a lot of subconscious things that have been with us for years and years and years. And this is happening after we've done a lot of healing, a lot of transformation, and a lot of letting go. So I just wanted to mention that little thing, and now I will pick a card for this new moon solar eclipse energy, and then we'll close it out. So let's go with this deck. It says joy. It says embrace the blessings of life, and Sagittarius is the most optimistic, hopeful, joyous sign. So maybe this is saying that this one is a positive one, this one is a joyous one, this new beginning, this new energy. Let's go with one more. Shine. Hold your head high. So I guess this is saying that this is about being our true self, and this is about holding our head high no matter what, right? Being comfortable in our own skin. And I think this new beginning will really help us do that in many ways. So shine, let your light shine, and hold your head high. Let's go with a different deck, and then we'll close it out soon. Miracles. So it's a positive one, that's all I can say. Okay, let's go with one more. Happiness. I don't think I need to explain this. So let's go with one more, and then we'll close it out. Use this deck now. It says time to go, and it's like, I don't know if you can see this very clearly, but it's like she's taking off a runway. So maybe this is our time to go, it's our time to take off, it's time for the new energy to come in. And that new energy is a positive one. We have what? All positive cards, all positive cards. So let's start with happiness. Sag is a happy sign, it's the happiest sign. It's a positive one. It says miracles. It says joy, embrace the blessings of life. It says shine, hold your head high. And it says time to go. It's time to take off. It's an important step in all that we've been working on. And it's a positive beginning. It's a hopeful beginning. It's an optimistic beginning, this new energy that's coming in. So that's all I'm going to leave you with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.